It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 11th of October. I'm Michael Groff. Make it 17 days in a row, breaking a high temperature record here in Phoenix. We'll go for 18 today, and that streak will roll into the weekend, but there is hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There is a break in this weather pattern that's coming in next week. High temperatures will be trending down. Now, we will remain above average probably until the end of next week, but at least we'll be done with the triple digits. We'll be done with breaking high temperature records for a while, maybe for a long while. Let's hope so. Now, will we get any precipitation along the way? We'll talk about that and everything else as we dive on in. But before we do, it is Friday, and that means it's Photo Friday here, and that's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. First up, David Parnell, Cactus Shadows High School, the place. Last Saturday, the time. High school football is the event, and yes, it was hot. It was up around 100 degrees or 110 degrees. I can't even say that this time of the year. 110 degrees last weekend. And he said even after the sun went down, it was still quite toasty. I don't know. The high school sports, it has not been a good season for any of outdoor activities so far, but that should be changing. All right, then a myriad of pictures courtesy of Buck up in Helena, Montana. Buck and his wife who have been taking all those pictures up there, and it's been mostly dry, but a few thunderstorms around. So you got some storms, you got some dust. Got all sorts of things. You got beautiful sunsets up there in Big Sky Country, and we love to see all of these pictures. I thank you, Buck, and your wife for all of those contributions, and even some smoke from some wildfires in Idaho. Boy, the western United States still on fire. We got a big fire in Wyoming. We've got some big fires in parts of Montana and Idaho, and all through the western states. Those wildfires continue as below average precipitation, very dry conditions, and above average temperatures contribute to continue this wildfire season well into October. All right, I'm not sure who submitted this. I think this is from Steve up in Willow Creek. It's from somebody in Willow Creek, I know that. But this is around exit 87 there on I-40. Beautiful sunset there. And then Chris Martin from his cabin up there in Ashfork. He and his wife cooking up the chili burgers and the veggies and all that, and just getting a great view. Nature putting on a show for you with the beautiful sunset. Look at that. It's like a postcard, so appreciate that. And then this is from Jeff and his dog, Ridge. Ridge, a great name. Great name for a dog, especially one on a weather video. That is great. He says he and his dog watch every day. We really do appreciate that. Anytime you send in pictures of your four-legged friends, the fur babies, that's always going to find its way onto these videos. I'll tell you that. And then last but certainly not least, Ryan Seek. You know what's going on. Aurora Borealis. Yes, Aurora Borealis at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, but it wasn't localized entirely within our kitchen. In fact, yeah, that G3 magnetic storm made it visible. Now, to the naked eye, not so much, at least not in our part of the country. You probably needed a good camera, use your phone or a professional camera to get to the pictures here to see that. But still, sensational pictures. Really do appreciate that. We've had a couple of good opportunities for auroras this year, thanks to some impressive magnetic storms. And I saw some of the other offices, the National Weather Service office up in the Twin Cities and over there in Michigan. I know that one of the offices there, they were just posting these, and you could easily see, even down into northern or central Nevada, very visible to the naked eye. So very impressive, and really do appreciate that. So thank you to everyone. That's Photo Friday. We do it each and every week. And if you want to get your photos or videos submitted, groffshow@gmail.com is the email address. That is GROFF show@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get to it here. The almanac from yesterday. Of course, it's a broken record, both metaphorically in, multiple ways, I suppose. 107 degrees was the afternoon high. 78 the morning low. Both of those are records, a record high and a record warm low temperature respectively. 92 and 68, those are the fever dreams that we like to call average temperatures for this time of year. And as we take a peek at how things are progressing record-wise, 138 days now with a high temperature at or above 100 degrees on the year, only 7 away from tying the all-time record, and I don't know if we're going to make it. I hope we don't. I hope by Monday we are done with this. We are all tired of the heat, and that is a common sentiment, other than the few sick people out there that go, I love the heat, I can't get enough of it. I know, I get it. We hear you every year. By about November, you're like, I'm already tired of the cold. I want it to be 152 degrees. I get it. You want to live on the surface of the sun? Move to Venus. The rest of us want to be comfortable. All right, looking outside right now at 10:45 a.m., we've got mostly sunny sky. We're sitting at 93 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 36, humidity 13%. The winds are light. The barometer is steady. The 500 millibar analysis. This is the view from up at about 18,000 feet, at least the plot view. No satellite here. This is just the 500 millibar plots, and you can see upper heights are still around 588 to 590 decameters over the southwest. Goodness gracious. And so with that, heat levels will be maximized for this time of year, and then we're going to still see high temperatures probably poking up to around 106 degrees today under ridging. Now, troughing will begin to take shape over the Pacific Northwest by the end of the weekend next week and diving southeastward into the region, but that's going to take some time. Meanwhile, the eastern half of the country is looking great. Got some cool air coming on down, and it's finally starting to feel like fall, at least in some places, that's for sure, but not here. Watch warning map, very quiet across the country, and after the last couple of weeks that we've had over the southeast U.S. with Helene and Milton, we could really use just some quiet weather for a while. Convective outlook, we don't anticipate any severe weather. That's good. Tropics, really quiet. Leslie is a tropical storm now. It's pretty much coming off the board. What was Milton is post-tropical. It's been absorbed by a very large mid-latitude disturbance. And the rest of the tropics, there is a wave coming off the African coast, and that has a decent chance to develop into a tropical system, but that's going to gain latitude in all probability and should not impact land, or at least not impact the United States. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, basically nothing. Region-wide, not much to be found. The main storm track will stay to the north of us at least until almost the end of next week, and then things start to change. And we're going to talk about that change right now as we take a look at the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, and it's valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, the deal is high pressure's in control, as it has been seemingly forever here across the southwest. We got a little upper low off the Pacific Northwest coast, a much deeper trough in the Northeast Pacific, coming into the Gulf of Alaska there. What it means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today. How about sunny? How about hot? How about dry? How about highs 102 to 106? You know. So another record high will fall by the wayside. Tonight, clear, lows mainly in the 70s. I think we're going to be done with those 80-degree lows. I really got to believe that by now. Those nights are getting long enough, and with the continued dry air, we've managed to drop into the upper 70s even at Sky Harbor and even downtown Phoenix. So, and most everyone else is down in the 70s. I've even seen some upper 60s, so that's good. Tomorrow, sunny and hot again, 102 to 106. But the downtrend in temperatures gets going here. On Sunday, highs should be down a couple of degrees. I'd say 99 to 103. Highs maybe 96 to 100 on Monday. And this could be it for 100-degree temperatures. Now, the record high on Monday is 100. So let's take this forecast at face value. Today would be 18 days, Saturday, Sunday, 19 and 20, and Monday, that could be 21. The old 3 weeks, a fortnight plus a half. I don't know what 3 weeks is called. Is there a fancy term for that? I don't know. Anyway, 21 days of tying or breaking a record here in Phoenix. And then after that, we're going to see temperatures dipping down. I know. We're going to cool all the way into the upper 90s on Tuesday, mid to upper 90s. Same thing Wednesday, mid to upper 90s as troughing is taking over in the Pacific Northwest. We see some rain, even some high elevation snow. Yeah, but nothing around here. But by Thursday, that trough continues to dip south and eastward. We'll have to watch maybe to see how this progresses. But for now, we're going to keep the forecast dry. And high temperatures, upper 80s and low 90s. Breezy conditions. Yeah, not bad. Again, that's still just a skosh, a shade above average, but much closer to where we ought to be this time of year. Here's a week from today. This is Friday the 18th. Rather deep trough now shown over the southwest, cold upper trough. Now, here's the thing. This is coming at a trajectory that is mostly over land, and unfortunately, it's also not going to be set up in such a way that it's going to pull much in the way of moisture in here. Still, pretty cold air aloft with that, decent dynamics. We could see some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across northern Arizona if that's right. And temperatures would certainly be down if this verifies. I would suggest highs mid to upper 80s if that verifies. But this is a week out. We have seen a number of different solutions. Let's not get too excited, but the prospect of cooler temperatures is at least looming more likely out here by the end of next week. Going out 10 days. This is Sunday the 20th. That upper low is still kind of hanging around. It's not in any hurry to move out because there's a huge ridge over the eastern half of the country. So if that does verify, drier northwesterly flow, we would, yes, be dry, but temperatures would be closer to average. I'd say probably in the 80s, mid to upper 80s, maybe close to 90 for the warmest deserts, but that isn't bad. And especially when we've been 105 to 110 plus, and we've had this 2.5 weeks of record-breaking heat every single day. Hey, 87 degrees doesn't sound so bad, does it? All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix. This is kind of the unfortunate side of this. This is off the GFS ensemble out through the 25th of October. Really nothing to get excited about here. Same thing with the European. Yeah, there's a scattering of members that show some precipitation, but basically we look to stay dry for the foreseeable future. Temperatures off the national blend of models. This is a nice trend down, and highs could be dipping into the 80s at some point later next week or perhaps that following weekend. One thing's for sure, I don't want to say is for sure. One thing is fairly likely, fairly probable. We'll give it a high chance, but not a for sure. Basically, no such thing as a for sure in weather. That we're going to be done with those 100-degree temperatures likely at or around Monday. And then going forward, that could be it. Could. I'm not trying to jinx it. We're just saying could, underlined, italicized, bold-faced type with the 100-degree temperatures for the year. All right. That's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning. But of course, updates before that if necessary. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. Not sure why the dogs are going insane downstairs, but I will try to wrap this up quickly and let you know that you can always subscribe and thank us. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, make those monetary contributions, or donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos. Check out everything Michelle related, linked up down in the description. And of course, you can always check out all of our streaming station. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that, so give that a listen as well. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.